Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we are diving deep into the world of open source intelligence, commonly referred to as OSINT, and we will be looking specifically at a highly effective utility known as the Inspector tool. If you are studying ethical hacking, penetration testing, or cybersecurity in general, you already know that reconnaissance is the absolute most critical phase of any security assessment. Before a single vulnerability is tested or a single payload is deployed, a professional ethical hacker must understand the target inside and out. Information gathering lays the foundation for everything that follows. The Inspector tool, written predominantly in Perl and Bash, is a fantastic all-in-one script designed to automate the process of gathering this crucial intelligence. It bundles numerous modular functions into a single, easy-to-use command line interface within Kali Linux. We are going to explore how to set this up and use it responsibly. Ethics are paramount in this field. As cybersecurity professionals, we utilize tools like this strictly for defensive purposes, such as auditing our own infrastructure or doing authorized penetration tests where we have explicit, written consent from the target organization. Using intelligence gathering tools to stalk, harass, or prepare for unauthorized attacks is illegal and unethical. The beauty of the Inspector tool is that it relies heavily on passive reconnaissance. This means it interacts with public databases, search engines, and APIs, rather than sending aggressive, noisy traffic directly to a target servers. This allows us to footprint an organization silently. We can discover phone numbers, email addresses, IP routing information, and domain registration details simply by asking the right public servers. This level of visibility is exactly what malicious actors use to plan their attacks, which is why we, as defenders, must see what they see. Let us transition over to our Kali Linux environment and get this tool operational. To begin the installation process, you will need to open up your Kali Linux terminal. Make sure your system packages are up to date before installing new software, though it is not strictly required for this script. We're going to pull the tool directly from its source repository on GitHub. Type the following command into your terminal: git clone https://github.com/maham3d ria aiha/th3inspector.git. Let me break down exactly what this command is doing while it executes. The git clone command is telling your system to reach out to GitHub and create an exact local copy of the developer's source code directory. You'll see a brief progress readout on your screen as the files are downloaded and unpacked into your current working directory. Once the download completes, we need to navigate into the newly created folder. You will do this by typing cd th3inspector, being mindful of the capitalization. Now that we are inside the directory, we have to handle the installation script. By default, when you download a bash script, your operating system does not automatically give it permission to execute as a program. This is a built-in security feature of Linux. To change this, we type chmod +x install.sh, which grants executable permissions to the installer file. We will chain that with 2 ampersands, and then type /install.sh to immediately run the script. Press enter. Now, you'll see the installation process begin. The script is automatically checking your Kali Linux environment for required dependencies. It is installing necessary Perl modules, ensuring utilities like curl and JQ are present, and setting up the core framework. You might see a lot of text scrolling by rapidly. This is completely normal. The installer is configuring environment variables and making sure the tool can be launched from anywhere in your terminal. Depending on your internet speed and system resources, this setup phase takes a moment to finalize all the background configurations. Once the terminal settles and returns you to the command prompt, the installation is officially complete and the tool is ready to be deployed. Now that we have the Inspector fully installed, let us look at its practical application. To launch the program, simply type Th3inspector in your terminal and press enter. You will be greeted by a visually striking command line interface listing a variety of numbered modules. You'll see options for phone number gathering, email address searches, and credit card VIN checking. For this demonstration, we're going to focus on module number 1, which is the Website Information Gathering tool. Type the number 1 and hit enter. The prompt will ask you for a target domain. We're going to use google.com. I am choosing Google because it is a massive, highly public infrastructure, and running a passive domain lookup against it is perfectly safe and a standard educational practice. Type google.com and press enter. Instantly, the tool begins querying multiple online databases. Look at the data populating on the screen. First, it resolves the domain to its primary IP address. It's also pulling the server location data, providing the geographical coordinates, country, and even the ISP hosting the server. Next, we can see the Who Is information. This tells us when the google.com domain was originally registered, when it expires, and who the current registrar is. As an ethical hacker, this data is incredibly useful. If you see a client's domain is expiring soon, that's a critical finding, as a malicious actor could purchase it the moment it drops. The tool also pulls DNS records. You'll see the MX or mail exchange records, which reveal the servers Google uses to handle email. In a penetration test, knowing the email provider helps tailor phishing simulations or identify vulnerable mail servers. It also checks for the presence of a web application firewall, like Cloudflare. All of this intelligence was gathered in seconds without ever sending a suspicious packet directly to Google's internal web servers. We relied entirely on public records, which highlights the sheer power of passive reconnaissance. As we wrap up this demonstration, it's vital to reflect on how this data gathered fits into the broader scope of cybersecurity. The data we just pulled from google.com represents the external attack surface. If we were conducting an authorized audit for a client, the next step would be to take those IP addresses and DNS records and begin mapping out potential entry points. We would look for misconfigured subdomains, exposed administrative panels, or outdated server Windows software running on those specific IP addresses. However, it is crucial to remember where the line is drawn. Passive reconnaissance, like what we did today, is generally considered safe because it relies on public information. But the moment you take that gathered IP address and run an active vulnerability scanner against it or attempt to bypass a login portal, you have crossed over into active exploitation. You must never cross that line without explicit, documented permission from the system owner. Ethical hacking is defined by permission and intent. Our intent is to secure, patch, and protect. By utilizing tools like the inspector, blue teams and security researchers can view their own networks from the perspective of an attacker. They can discover what information they're unintentionally leaking to the public internet and take steps to mask it or secure it before it can be weaponized. I highly encourage you to install this tool on your own Kali Linux virtual machine and practice running modules against domains that you personally own. Try footprinting your own blog or personal website to see what data is out there. Thank you so much for watching this comprehensive breakdown of the inspected tool. If you found this educational deep dive helpful, please continue to study hard, practice safely in isolated environments, and always respect the ethical boundaries of our profession. Stay curious, stay legal, and I will see you in the next tutorial.